Hey everybody, welcome to Vidivic Arts. I'm Josh, and today's video is kind of important for anyone who's following me over on Thingiverse or Instagram or even here on YouTube, because I am changing the platform on which I release my models. Now, this has been a long time coming, but I really didn't want to do this, and I've been holding it off for a while, and it's been a pretty stressful couple of months, to be honest, in regards to Thingiverse and how they operate. Now, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the things that have been happening, but I'm sure some of you have your own experiences, and I might not cover everything. This is just what I have experienced, and where I'm going to be going and releasing my models from now on, and why. So let's get into it. Basically, Thingiverse has it's been up and down quite a lot. When I first started releasing models over there, I've been releasing stuff for around about 2 years, a little bit over 2 years. And I started by just looking for somewhere to release stuff, and Thingiverse seemed the most popular, so I pretty much went straight there. But I did actually make multiple accounts on a whole bunch of different websites that release models for free and you know, paid models and all that kind of stuff. But Thingiverse was definitely up there as the most popular, so I stuck with them. They also had a feature that was really cool, and that really inspired me to create this channel. Pretty much every model, you could post in the description a link to a video, and it would come up in the pictures section. So when you have the examples of the model, you'd have like what you upload, the model itself, a picture, and the YouTube link would actually put itself at the front as well. So when people would look at my models, they'd see the YouTube link, they'd find their way over to my channel right here, and then they would, you know, discover a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, I don't know why they've done this, but recently that is no longer a thing. Pretty much the YouTube link gets put all the way at the back, so no one's going to find it. No one's going to scroll through 100 models just to see it. So it's a bit of a deterrence for me, but it wasn't enough for me to want to quit Thingiverse. The thing that made me jump over the edge was it's quite recently. A lot of you have been saying that my models have been 404'd, and that basically means that it's no longer available, and yeah, it's no longer available. Now, the reason why they're not available is unclear to you and me, because I don't get any messages as to why my models are being removed. So let's just have a look here. So as you can see, this is Thingiverse, and you know, this is the front page. So I'm just gonna log in. I'm just gonna do this, you know, verbatim. Is that the, you know, beat for beat, and we can see what it is that I see. Now, this is my page right here. I got 114 designs. You might not have 114 designs from your perspective, but that's models that I've uploaded. It keeps models that have been forward. Now, if we scroll down here, we see right there's just an exclamation mark. Now, that means the model is unavailable for anyone, even myself. I can see it. If I open another tab here, you can see that it's there. Doesn't look like anything's wrong with it. There's no indication as to why it's not uploaded, why it's not there, why it's 404'd. And honestly, I can't tell you why it's there. I know that it's a Games Workshop product that's they've probably gone and CNC'd it, but I didn't get an email from anyone saying that that's happened, that it's even been removed. And if I try and contact anyone, I might not even get a response for it. And the one time I have was with my original Space Marines, and they pretty much just said it's been CNC'd, so too bad. And I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. But the one thing that sent me over the edge here, if we just keep scrolling down, is this right here, the Dwarven Artificer. Now, I have actually made this myself. I didn't steal anyone's designs. I drew up concepts for it. I designed it completely myself, and yet it's been removed. And I have no one's contacted me to tell me why it's been removed. just knowing that kind of detail is really important for creators, especially if we are treading on toes of any kind. Now, the only reason I can possibly think of it being removed is the word artificer, and that is a like Dungeons and Dragons kind of their own thing that they've created. And if that's the case, then, you know, I don't think that's enough. It should just say remove the name, change the name, whatever. I just used that name because that's the character that I was using in D&D. I designed it myself, but it's been removed, and I can't do anything about it. So I got really mad at this. I didn't even know it was gone. It's been gone for a couple months now, and the only reason I found out is because some of you have messaged me and said, where is it? And I can't tell you where it is because it's, you know, it's not there, and I don't know why it's not there. So that is a huge downside for me, because I you know, you can see here I upload a lot of models, and I don't know, it's just really upsetting. And yeah, here's another one. The Iron Harvest model, where'd it go? Here it is. The Iron Harvest Polinia Scout Mech is also removed, and I've had some of you guys tell me that it's removed. Where is it? And I don't know. Why has it been removed? The other Iron Harvest models are right there. The Polinia Scout Mech is gone. I don't know. Is one more important than the other? I don't know. But I don't know what's going on with it. It's just been removed. So this is one of the key things why I'm leaving Thingiverse, and some of you might be thinking, well, why don't you just message them and find out what's going on? I have tried to message them and talk to some sort of support service that's on Thingiverse, and all I can say is it doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist at all, because I've sent multiple emails trying to reach out to them, just trying to talk to them, even when it's not to do with my models that have been forward. Just trying to figure out what's going on with their interface, and is there any way that I can change some stuff? Because if I show you another thing, when if I get any kind of links, like it's here in the exclamation mark, if I get any kind of people liking my stuff or commenting on my stuff, it just comes up here. But one of the things I really care most about is when people make my stuff and when they remix it. And when they comment on it. So those three things are the most important to me. When people like my stuff, I love it when you like my stuff, but it's not as important as seeing someone who's actually printed it up and had, you know, put in the effort to customize it and upload it, and I can't see that, because you can see here it's just a bunch of people liking, and you know, groups have comments over my own comments, and I can't tell what's what. Now, understand that this is more of a not a content creator problem, because if you're making models, this is the only time you're going to experience this. If you're just using the site to download models, you probably never even know this is a problem. But it is a problem. I've tried to edit my dashboard feed. I'll show you right here. Edit dashboard feed. I open that up, and it only cares about me following people, so what I can edit through things that I'm following. And with Thingiverse, I'm not following anyone, so it just says you need to follow someone. But I want to edit my dashboard to show what people are making of my own work, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass because I can't do anything about it. Now, that's one of the two biggest things that have really thrown me over the edge. Lack of communication and inability to do anything on the site to actually be able to see stuff, and the fact that they just remove my models without letting me know, or with lack of communication that goes with the first one. So yeah, I looked at a bunch of different sites that supply 3D models and have 3D printing kind of, you know, that kind of the same kind of thing as Thingiverse. But I had a look around, and I talked to some of you about it, and I think I found something that I actually used quite a while ago, but I didn't entirely understand, and it's My Mini Factory. Now, I'm going to show you really quickly just the difference of layout, and then I'm going to detail some extra things. So if we look here, this is the Thingiverse main page. You can see it's just a bunch of models that have been featured, and you can go through, I think you can filter so this isn't popular this week. and you can filter it by popular, all those kind of things. So you've got a filter on the top, and you've got 3 different filters. This is all new. This is the newer layout. It's pretty good, but it's not the best, I'm going to be honest with you. If I jump over to My Mini Factory, we can see just a different layout entirely. But there's one huge thing that's way more different than Thingiverse. Not just the fact that you can sell things on My Mini Factories, like you got 50% off here, but the fact that they support creators through Kickstarter and all those kind of things. They've got little campaigns on the top here, and they've got all these donation tabs, and you can support the creators just by buying models in general. There are way better artists, no offense to everyone who uses Thingiverse and if you're creating models and stuff, but there are users on here that are genuinely like high-class artists, and they are only paid items. And you can really tell the different audiences, because on Thingiverse I've noticed you find a lot of stuff that are ripped directly from games, and that's not really a problem that I've found over on My Mini Factory. And the reason why is because they have a system in place, so when you upload a model, it has to pass the system, and it has to be like verified as to whether or not it can be printed. Now, you can't print every model. If you just make a 3D model, it won't immediately be printed, and a lot of 3D models that come from games are designed for games only, so they're hollow in a way. And if you know anything about modeling, you have to have the model to be a complete mesh for it to print properly, and if it's got a hole in it, it won't read it properly. So what they've done is they've set up a system that reads it, and if it can't be printed, then they actually manually have a look at the model, and if you've got a picture of it being printed up, then they can approve it for you, and it goes up with a bunch of other models that are on there already. Now, why is this any good at all? It is a huge benefit because, one, you're getting models that are guaranteed to print, and two, you've got immediate communication with the people who are running the site. So why isn't that a thing in Thingiverse? I don't know. They don't really care what people upload. You could upload anything and it'll just go up. But in this, you have people that are actually reaching out to you, and you can reach out to them really easily and talk to them. And I did this. I uploaded, I think, a couple of models not too long ago, about half a month ago, and I was just, getting my models from Thingiverse over here. It takes a long time, but I was doing that, and I was talking to them, and I was just getting really awesome feedback. Now, I said I've been on Thingiverse for almost 2 years, two and a half years or something, and I was on My Mini Factory for 2 days, and I'd never been shown off, what's the word here, promoted. I've never been featured. I've never been featured on Thingiverse, any of my works at all. And within 2 days of being on My Mini Factory, they featured one of my models, and I was just like, all right, I'm swapping over here, just because they actually care about having creators come over and use their stuff. And I am more than willing to promote the hell out of them. They have a blog that they have creators writing for, and they've reached out to me to say, do you want to write something for it? And I'm like, hell yes, I do. They've got a Discord, they've got a whole bunch of different ways to reach out to them, so they've got emails, and they'll contact you back. And if you're a creator, you should be using this, just because they have the ability to, sell models and confirm models. You don't look terrible using this website compared to Thingiverse. And I'm really shitting on Thingiverse, but I don't want to be. I really don't, because I've been using it for such a long time. So yeah, my camera just died for some reason. I don't want to be shitting on Thingiverse, because I see a huge audience there that are really awesome, and they really support creators. I've got a whole bunch of patrons just from Thingiverse and YouTube alone, and I really don't want to ditch the site because of these errors that are mismanagement and all those kind of things. Now, like I said, I don't want to be shitting on it, but it's hard not to when there are all these problems. I think it could be fixed with some serious attention, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. So I am pretty much announcing that I am ditching it. I'm not gonna go back to it. unless my mini factory end up turning around and like shooting me in the back or something like that for some reason. I've already seen way better communication here, so I don't see that happening in general. I think in general I'll be happier here. I hope that I can convince some of you guys to jump ship with me and head over to my mini factory. You're more than welcome to use both sites. I don't see why not, but I will be heavily featuring my own work over on my mini factory. They even have like a exclusive models for my mini factory, which I've been doing for Thingiverse for years, and you know, whatever. Anyway, that's where I'm going to be going. I hope you guys can join me for the ride, and it's been fun over on Thingiverse, so let's keep the fun going, and thank you so much for following me here on YouTube, and also a massive thanks to everyone over on Patreon. Now, I also will be releasing models on Patreon. That's always going to be a thing, and if this falls through, I'll just probably go to Patreon only, but we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty confident with my mini factory, just the way it runs. I like the look of, and I like the communication, so yeah. That's the end of the video. A huge apologies to this video taking so long to be made. I have been unwell for the past 1.5 weeks or something like that. I've pretty much been coughing my heart out and sneezing and been all gross, but I didn't have coronavirus for everyone who cares. I had like a cold because we're in the middle of winter here, and yeah, it just wasn't fun, and I thought, I can't really make any videos while I'm sick, otherwise it'll be just disgusting. And anyways, I do have some models coming out soon. They are Terminators, so you can look forward to that. They will be over on my mini factory, so that'll be the first official exclusive models for there. And yeah, huge thanks for following me, and I will see you in the next one. Stay awesome, everybody. See ya.